Welcome back to Design Santa Barbara. This week we are in Santa Barbara Design Center exploring the fascinating history of the Mughal Empire. Some of the most impressive and beautiful artifacts from the Mughal Empire are its jewelry. The Mughal emperors were bestowed jewelry and treasure beyond imagination. The world's largest diamond, the Koh-i-Noor, which translates to Mountain of Light, is over 105 carats and was discovered in India in the 14th century. The jewel changed hands through the Mughal Empire and was a war bounty of Nader Shah in 1739. It was then brought to Persia along with the peacock throne. In 1849, it was plundered by the British and presented to Queen Victoria. The total value of the plundered loot would amount to over $12 billion in today's money. Now, the Koh-i-Noor is inset into the top of the Queen Mother crown and is owned by the British royal family. Since 1953, the Indian government has sought the return of the diamond. The British government has repeatedly stated that if it were to return the diamond, it would lead to the plundering of the British Museum. Funny how people don't like to be plundered, right? Now let's take a look at an example of Mughal jewelry and some decorative arts. So here I have three distinctive pieces of art that represent Mughal art. So the first one is a necklace and is of silver, is made to contain some musk in there for perfume and good smell. It is very intricate and has decorative semi-precious jewels hanging from it. Then next we have the miniature paintings. Back then is noted they were in India and they were Mughals, which they have their own language in Mongolia and they have their own writing, but the court, just like the Ottoman courts, wrote in Persian. And all their poetry was written in Persian. When you go to Taj Mahal, is written in Persian. So this particular one is a miniature and they used to paint with hair of a horse. That's very painstaking, take a really long time, and is beautiful calligraphy, is Persian poetry. You will find this often taken from a book. They used to write the book, and then nowadays they're selling pieces of the book, pages of the book, which this represents one of them. It's beautiful, and we can see some gentlemen sitting down and having a conversation. One thing that nowadays people are not using, it is a sash, and this particular one is a Mughal, probably court sash. It used to be sign of wealth. They used to use it as a belt in Indian as Persian. They call it kamarband. That means goes around your belly and basically is a belt, but this particular one is an interesting belt. It's most likely woven around 1600s. It is of a very thin gold thread, the base, and then they had silk needlework on it. We have peacocks and flowers, and it is, you can imagine, over 400 years old, and it is kind of dusty, but where it is silk showing through is amazingly bright and beautiful. When we come back, we will be looking at some more beautiful examples of this golden age of Central Asia.